Breaking news around the NBA. There's a big trade that just happened between the New York Knicks and the Toronto Raptors. We're going to get to the details after this.
Welcome to the number one place for your daily basketball news and analysis, NBA Central.
Appreciate y'all tuning in for another episode and a live from NBA Central. Thank y'all for tuning in. But before we get anything first, I got one request for y'all to do. Make sure y'all follow the new NBA Central channel, NBA Central Pod. I will be dropping the link down in the chat shortly. But I need y'all to go over there and get us started back where we was at. We had to make a new one, unfortunately, because YouTube was on that ish. But nonetheless, let's get into the details of why we're here today. So, Big Kev.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a Saturday morning. It was still Saturday morning. We chilling. We ain't doing too much. We just sitting here waiting. And then I get a phone alert. First, it was the Discord. And somebody just randomly said before the news really just dropped. They was like, man, New York Knicks good now. And I was like, what? What y'all talking about? And then the news dropped. And according to Adrian Wojnarowski, the New York, let me start it off how he said it. Breaking news. The Toronto Raptors are finalizing a deal to send OG Anunoby and Precious Achua and some draft compensations as well to the New York Knicks for RJ Barrett and Immauel Quickley. Actually, it's in reverse. So it's Immauel Quickley, RJ Barrett for some draft compensations.
Second round pick.
Yeah, second round pick.
The Raptors.
What are your thoughts on that?
So the Raptors are going to get the second round pick that the Knicks got from the Detroit Pistons. That's what's going to happen there. Anunoby, man, he's a good two-way player. He's a champion. He plays defense, and he led the league in steals last season. All defensive second team. The type of player that Tom Thibodeau loves, honestly, kind of like a Luol Deng type that's going to go out there and push the Knicks over the hump. Really, a lot of people are saying that the Knicks got fleeced. RJ Barrett is a really good player. So is Immauel Quickley, but neither one of them play defense. And we know how Tom Thibodeau likes to play. So you still got your boy, what's the big man out there, lefty?
I know you're talking about he been injured. I know Julius.
Julius Randle. He's been all right though this season. After starting off slow, and then you still got the young man Brunson out there taking care of business too. So adding OG Anunoby to the team it's gonna help the Knicks more than it's gonna hurt them losing RJ
Yeah.
Barrett and Quickley.
Yeah, you getting a legit 3-and-D guy. He been in the league. He's a legit vet. So I think he's gonna do exactly what you just said. He's a Tom Thibodeau play style type of guy. He played defense. He makes the shots. He can also be one of the people that drop your best defender. Not drop.
Guard.
Guard your best defender. Excuse me, I'm sick in the mug. I'm fighting through this cold. But yeah, it's like I don't know where everybody come out. This is a fleece. Yes, from the upside, maybe you're looking from what they drafted RJ from and saying he was a high round pick. He's the
Yeah, but
potential there.
he's only shown flashes of ability.
Exactly.
Nothing that made you say like, okay, what they call him a maple mamba is
That's
worth
bullshit.
is worth anything. If you're looking at those Duke players out of him, Tatum, Brandon Ingram, he's the worst one out of them. You can add Zion Williamson to that list too, of those recent Duke players in the league. And he's going back home. So it'll be good for him to head back to the crib, play in front of his friends, families, ex-girlfriends, so on and so forth. And, maybe invigorate his career, get something to have him start being what people thought he would be as a top 5 pick a few years back. Maybe he can go out there and take care of business because he's still a good player. It's not like he sucked, but he wasn't what the Knicks thought he was going to be.
He's not, and I think when coming out of Duke, they almost felt like he has this upside of being one of the could possibly a good I won't say a generational scorer, but he could be one of those scorers where he's the franchise leader for the majority of his what they expect him to be. But he just hasn't been. He's been very inconsistent. The shot has been very inconsistent. Alongside, I will to give some credit. You do have somebody like Julius Randle in front of you that's taking the bulk of the shots, and to be honest, he's playing a similar style of what RJ's probably best at. So he's in the way of most of the time. So that could probably be an issue. So I really don't see this as a
You want
bad
to see
thing.
you want to see more assists from RJ. This season he's averaging 18 points, 4 rebounds, but only 2.5 assists. That type of stuff right there is what I'm talking about. I guess he came into the league as a hybrid guard, but Brunson came to the Knicks and took over that point guard position and took the ball out of his hands. But he could score the ball. Scoring 20 in today's league ain't, it's not a bad thing. So maybe we'll see an uptick in performance from him around across the board in other areas. Because scoring 18 is good, but we need more assists from you, more steals, things like that. So let's see how he does.
Yeah. We got to see how, and I feel like I was going like going towards Toronto is probably something that's great for him. He got more space. It's not too much pressure. Like you don't have the pressure as in the Knicks are still trying to be a real legit contender to be a person in the East to win a championship. Going to the Raptors, I think what they're thinking about is we're a couple what pieces away from being contenders versus we're in contendership as the Knicks is. So I think the Knicks is trying to win right now, and this was the type of move they did. And Toronto is trying to build something where in the next year or two they can possibly be in the same situation as the Knicks want to be as a contender.
I mean, saying the Knicks are trying to win right now is like, okay, sure. But nobody believes in them as a actual true championship contender. Um, Especially with Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, of course, Miami every year, regardless of who they put on the floor. But they can get to the point where they're better than Cleveland and Orlando, or stay in front of Indiana and Brooklyn. So they want to at least be not in the play-in tournament. And then anything can happen from there. You can probably win a first round, second round matchup or whatever, go to the Eastern Conference Finals. But that's far fetched. Even with OG Anunoby, the Knicks aren't really, in my opinion, they're not really true championship contenders, even with him.
Yeah, to me they not. Like I'm just saying from the what I would think the heads up in New York are thinking. I
Yeah,
feel like this move, they feel like it's more of a like, because I almost look at them like with the Bulls. Like I feel like they made a move towards OG right now. That would
right.
be a win now move instead of something they can put more towards the future. I feel like this can be for the Raptors can be a mixture of both because
He's
those
still
two
young.
dudes. That's what I said. Those two dudes have been in quality games the last 2 years, playoff games to be more specific, and
Anunoby's a champion.
Anunoby is a champion. And alongside, now you're going over to somebody that couldn't get there. You put next to Pascal, who also is a champion. So I feel like this probably was one of those trades that I haven't seen in a long time. When I was like, it makes sense on both sides.
Well, let's not forget that Pascal is still on the trade market as well. So like Toronto's
Mhm.
not done. So they're going to try to pick up assets, pick up young players to help shore up the team, and get rid of Pascal sometime within the next few weeks. Don't be surprised if they do that. And maybe you'll see Zach LaVine out there in Toronto with a young rebuilding team, and him and those other two guys that just got from the Knicks with RJ Barret and Quickley can be the start of something new in Toronto. So we'll see, man. Like I'm excited actually to see more dominoes fall throughout the trade season, I guess you can call this. So we'll see, man, because it's December 30th, and we haven't really seen too many trades yet. And you know that once that December 21st came, you expected to see more people start getting traded. And I think there's a couple of more provisions toward like the middle of January where you can't trade
Mhm.
certain people as well. So we'll see, but it's going to look the NBA is going to look a lot different after the All-Star break. We know how it goes every year. LeBron trades 17 players off of his team to try to get different players on his team, and Miami's going to make moves. They're not going to sit still. So hopefully the Bulls get something good for Zach LaVine. If they do decide to trade him, we'll see.
Yeah. You want to check the comments a little bit?
I can't right now.
I got you.
You know how
Let me see.
Restream be.
Yeah, Rishi on that. So we got Byron Parker. He says, interesting trade. Appreciate y'all working content always. And we've been trying. Like I said, I'm also about to drop. I already did, but I'm gonna drop the link again. Make sure y'all subscribe to the new channel.
All
We're
you
not
gotta
no
do is
longer.
just come on over.
Yeah,
Just come on
because we
over.
know this the last one. This the last live. This the last video. We're not making no more videos over here. The only reason we did that is because it's breaking news, and I know a lot of y'all don't know that we made a new channel. YouTube was tripping, so we just going on and doing what we gotta do. We gotta build that up. We was 1,600 strong. Let's build that up and then some more.
Yes, sir.
Bulls Life says, "What's up? What's up, my guy?"
Sign the Bulls for life.
Ant says, I knew y'all was gonna drop it and hear hear the game. Hey, you already know. I text them soon. I text our group chat soon as it was go time. I said, bingo, we got action.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. ATSK said, I will say Knicks won this trade. Knicks need Grimes to hit shots.
Quentin
You
Grimes.
know, I didn't think about that. Maybe that does open up more opportunities for Quentin Grimes to become more of a shooter over there. What you think about that?
I mean, it could open up the floor. You losing a 20-point per game score. So we're gonna see what it looked like, but I don't know. Quentin Grimes he ain't really shown me much. Period. Let me see what his numbers are. Yeah, he's 6 points, one assist, one rebound, one assist. Uh,
Right.
it just done. You know, he got a chance, but he just seems like to just be a guy. They do want him to be their spot up shooter though. If you look at his numbers from his last few games, 1 for 3 from three, 2 for 2, 0 for 1, 0 for 1, 1 for 4. So he definitely got to hit his shots because going 1 for 4 is not going to cut it. Shooting 25% is not going to cut it, especially when on driving kicks and baseline threes.
Facts. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
But he got to get
I did.
minutes too. You know how Tom
He
Thibodeau
definitely,
is.
yeah, and that's the weirdest thing. Like, you never know. Like, I have no doubt that what they just gained, like, or he gonna play Precious. He's gonna play.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Precious definitely getting 10.
so like we already know how that's gonna go. Okay. Connor said, to be fair, OG didn't play in that championship run at all. He still practiced, and that's still experience that
Man,
is
that man
necessary.
still held that trophy, drank the champagne, all of that.
But a lot of people don't realize how the practice squad gets them prepared. So
Hmm.
practice squad has a lot to do with it as well. Even though he wasn't even the practice squad, people in practice help as well. Mike Caesar said, I think it was a pretty even trade, but this does is take OG off the table for other contenders where we're undecided on him or Zach.
Well,
Facts.
it takes him off the table for now, but let's not forget that he'll be a free agent this upcoming offseason. So
Hmm.
the Knicks still got work to do. They just traded for him, but if they're not looking good, he could definitely get up out of there and find himself on another team this summer.
For sure. He also said the Knicks are pretty much traded offense for defense. Not a bad move. Exactly.
And not
Exactly.
necessarily though, because OG is still a offensive threat. He shoots 40% from three, 50% from the field. It's just
But the quickly part too. You lose a
yeah.
lot of points off that too.
Yeah, that's true, but that's where the defense comes in for Precious Achua.
Yeah.
That's important for him to come in and make an immediate impact for the Knicks. Both of them are going to make an immediate impact defensively.
Ben 10 said, there there goes Zach going to these places. And that's necessarily it's still moves that could be made.
They still got Pascal Siakam.
Right.
That you
But
know
just because this happened doesn't mean Pascal is gonna stay for sure. Bulls Life said, now with the Knicks making this move, what do you think the Bulls will do? Do we wait and make them more sooner? Do AK saying that we want to make more win now players?
so we just don't know what the Bulls are going to do because they probably still consider Zach to be a win now player. And with the
Yep.
news of Lonzo Ball, at least becoming mobile, we don't want
Oh
to
Lord.
look too deeply into any type of Lonzo Ball news, but the Chicago Bulls have shown that they're steadfast with trying to keep together the team that they put together 3 years ago, where they wanted to, and they felt like they could win with those players. So don't be surprised if Zach isn't moved at all, and they try to reinsert him into this lineup as their win now player.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Ant with the last comment said, low key, this helps Zach's trade value because other teams may panic.
I don't know, man.
I don't know about panic. I just feel like because this is really the first move. Like everybody, I think what it is everybody was seeing who's gonna make that first move and who it
Yep.
would be towards.
Mm-hmm.
And also people don't want to overdo things like we've seen in the past. So they also just want to look and see the lay of the land before they make any drastic moves because no matter how much the Zach haters hate Zach, the Zach trade, if it goes down, will probably be the biggest trade in this trade deadline season.
Oh yeah,
So
easily. And honestly, like there are some Western Conference teams that can use a Zach, like the Golden State Warriors, like the Lakers. I don't necessarily want to trade him to the Lakers because they don't have enough to give back. But Golden State does. I'm sure they got some picks and some assets that they want to give up and try to get another player in there. Maybe send a Klay Thompson packing. Who knows? He did turn down a
hell no.
contract extension. I'm just saying. Who knows? He did
I feel
turn
you
down
though.
that contract extension. I mean, that's all I'm saying about Zach is that he could end up pretty much anywhere, man.
Anywhere,
He
right?
could end up anywhere, and the Bulls have to be smart. Honestly, I wouldn't trade with anybody other than the Oklahoma City Thunder, though, because that's just how I feel. Oklahoma got the most assets to give up.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm Oklahoma, I'm looking at one person and one person only, and it's gonna be a long shot, but it's Laurie Marketing.
Oh yeah, easily. They need a Laurie Markkinen out there. So does Golden State, though. Low key,
True.
they could
I,
definitely
I would
benefit from
I would
Lowry
do it.
too.
Ben 10 says, hold on, it just skipped straight past you because he supposed to get. Hold on. Ben 10 said, I still believe a week ago that the Warriors are the team for Zach to go to. Hey, he one of those places I'll pick for Zach to go to as well. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, but what do they have to give back? Are they giving up one of their young stars, one of these young guys?
I'll take Wiggins back like Ant just said.
I don't want Wiggins, man. I can't have two
Why
Patrick
not?
Williams on the team, too passive,
What, what,
low
what, what,
key.
what we ain't about to do is act like it is
P Will
anything.
been doing his thing.
He been doing his thing, but we ain't gonna act like Ant is. I mean, Wiggins is anything like P. Will.
Nah, man. All I'm saying is, like, I just don't know about Wiggins. Like, he hasn't been the same since that whole situation happened with his personal life.
Yeah,
His height was the championship run that Golden State has had a couple of years ago, but it don't look like he's the same Wiggins after the psychological trauma that he experienced. Maybe a change of scenery could help him, but I don't know. We need more than just Wiggins for Zach.
I guess. I mean, money works. That's what I'm saying. Hayes said FNA about I don't want Clay. I'm good. Y'all like I said, Clay is almost what CP3 looking like. They just look completely washed.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Clay either, unless he becomes again just like a spot up shooter. Like he can benefit from going
It's,
to a
it's
team that's
it's
just going to use him
time.
as that.
It's time for him to start getting preparing himself to be a shooting coach. I'm just being honest. Bulls for life said, "Well, one of the other, one or either Zach or Demar got to go. We have too many ISO players. They need the ball, seeing how the ball moves without one of them in the lineup. I, I say hell. I love all them motherfuckers, including Vooch. I say hell, get rid of all of them. See what you got with your young people. Go out there and try to find an athletic center that you
The
can
on-
develop.
I was just about to say the only reason I wouldn't get rid of Vooch, at least right now, is that they have absolutely no real backup for him. Even Drummond, with the
Yeah,
great game that he had the first game that he started, there's no real replacement for Vooch because Vooch
yeah,
he spreads the floor, and if as you saw against Indiana, when you don't have that big man that causes Turner to have to come out or the other big man on the other team to have to come out and guard him, they just load up in the paint. and protect the rim. So we need Vooch right now, and it's not too many centers in this league that's better than Vooch. So as much as Vooch has struggled this season, the Bulls still need him.
Facts. He said Clay is a coach at this point. He is. Like, he might as
Yeah,
well just be a coach.
there
He
you
said,
go,
what about
Kuminga.
Kaminga?
I take Kuminga.
I'll take Kaminga, but they ain't giving up Kaminga.
Yeah,
Especially with what's going on with Draymond. That shit ain't happening.
true. They need
But
Kuminga out there.
that's the episode. That's the live stream.
Don't
One more
forget.
time.
There you go.
One more time. Breaking news: the Raptors are is finalizing the deal to send OG Anunoby and Precious Achiuwa to the Knicks for RJ Barret, Immauel Quickley, and a second round pick. And let us know how y'all feeling it down and below. And like I said, I'm gonna drop it one more time. This is the final anything that's going on this channel today on NBA Central. We made another one because YouTube is hating. So make sure y'all follow and subscribe. The link I just dropped right there. Make sure y'all follow and subscribe. That we're gonna be dropping everything from live streams to live calls to trade deadline to off season, everything NBA that you want, you're gonna get it over here. So make sure y'all tune in over here. But thank y'all for tuning in for this live. Appreciate y'all. I seen 20 mugs in here, so I better see 20 mugs over there at the new channel. But hey,
Hey,
for
don't forget
sure,
to follow, check us out tonight on Shy Bulls Podcast as the
don't
Bulls
forget
take
to
on
check
the
on that for
Philadelphia
sure.
76ers.
And yeah, with that being said, thank y'all. And we're gonna tune to y'all in another video.
Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.